Hey, this is Blake with Tennessee Mountain Farm. Steve and I are down here doing some work on the farm this morning, and it gives me a good chance to show you the results of my summertime experimentation with trying to create a better pasture land. And what I got to show you today is, do you spray? Do you not spray? If you don't spray, what are the results? If you do spray, what are the results? And I've been working on this for several years, and it's a great way to show you the results today of what's going on. So let me turn this around and give you a preview. There is a lot of Bermuda grass in the bottom of this field, and I did not spray this field with anything this year. And the results of that have been the broadleaves have gone crazy, and the cockelbur is now somewhere around 5, 6, 7 feet tall. Look at those things. And so even if you mob graze animals, adaptive grazing these days, you're still going to get all of this broadleaf growing up here. It's not just cockelburs either. There's briars in there. There's a lot of things that the animals just are not going to touch. And the result of that is you come back with your tractor and you have to brush hog it once, probably twice a year, to knock all that down, so that the grasses can now start growing back up here in the cool season. And just to give you just another example of how tall and gnarly these things get, here's the tractor with the bucket up so I can push them over to mow down through there. On this side is an example of what happens if you do choose to spray. You can see the line right through there. It was about a 30-foot boom. I didn't have to spray everything. But this is 1.5, 2 feet tall of just solid only grass. So you can see how much nicer one application can make the pasture compared to all the cockelburs. The way that a cow eats, it bends down and it wraps its tongue around that and likes to rip. And there's nothing here that's gonna hurt that cow's tongue, as opposed to horse nettle and briars and everything else. And so the spray that I used this year, I got at the local co-op, was Graze on. I used it at least half strength of whatever they suggested. It was after the cattle had grazed this off. I came back with a spray application, waited for 30 days until after that before the cows were back on it. They've grazed it twice so far. And I'm excited to see what cool weather plants, because the Bermuda just came back so nice in the summer. And here is another example of a field that was not grazed and not brush hogged through the summer. The cows came through here, but it just has all sorts of cockelbur in it. And that's what I'm using Steve to brush hog down now. But if you look over here, this field was mowed at the end of August, 1st of September, and came back with just nice Johnson grass. There is some broadleaf in there, but not a whole lot. And that's what these cows are about to start grazing onto this week. And yeah, that's a little baby calf. I wanted to make a video to show you, different experiments that I've been doing here on the farm about what it takes to have quality forage, healthy soils, healthy animals. And I get it right some of the time, but I really like the idea of cutting this field next year for hay, since it's not been sprayed with anything in 7 years or something like that, or longer. But the more that I do this, the less weeds we're going to have in it, and the better it's going to get for the animals as a fall time and then wintertime pasture.